great work in figuring this out. But all of this stuff with North Korea started when Trump left Japan and flew directly to South Korea. And this first meeting was ostensibly to see if they could talk peace with North Korea. But no, what it was is to get all of these Asian governments to capitulate their control over to Trump via the documents that they had. Because remember, one of the biggest arms of procuring children for adrenochrome has always been Asia and Southeast Asia. And the Southeast Asian countries have been in cahoots with Hollywood and the Washington, D.C. politicians. So a lot of these people who need children have weighed heavily and have leaned heavily upon these Southeast Asian governments to procure for them children. They demand it from them, and they've done it for years. So Trump showed up showing all of the documentation that they had, showing that they were all complicit and that these were all capital punishment criminal acts. So they all capitulated. And in secret, with that first meeting that Trump had to South Korea, in secret, Trump went to the North Korean border and he met with Kim and began the process of peace talks with the North Koreans. And then Trump, in subterfuge, in complete silence, completed those things on his own. And then, of course, as a huge surprise to the mainstream media, announced his treaty with Kim and the North Koreans. So all of this was done because all Trump had to do was to show him the power that he had. And that was now all of these countries. Remember, folks, again, all of these countries are not just stepping down from doing evil. They are also being forced into helping the Q plan. So all of these countries are now part of this process to help. Okay? So a lot of people were, now the next stop was China, and this was huge. And Mark, I know that you have been very, very pleasantly surprised to see what the Chinese Free Peoples have announced publicly through Steve Bannon.
That's right. Another story the mainstream media just forgot to tell us about.
Completely forgot to mention that China has kicked out the communist devil-worshipping Satanists, and
it's not that big of a deal. It's just a small story for the end of the news.
Yeah, and it's not like there's a lot of people in China or anything, right? I mean, maybe 1 million, I think. I don't know. I don't think there's